I don't know much about Claude Meylan, but the watches intrigue me, and Philippe has very kindly said that he will tell me more about Claude Meylan. So I thought, this is great. Philippe,
Yes. Yes.
it's very nice to meet you. But first of all, do tell me about yourself and Claude Meylan.
Sure. Now young and not so young. I have been in watches for nearly 40 years. It's quite scary to say that, but it's
40 years.
Nearly 40 years, yes.
Yeah.
And about 14 years ago, I was extremely lucky to meet with Mr. Bernet,
Yeah.
who was then the owner of Claude Meylan.
Right.
And he tells me, look, my daughter is now becoming unofficial in the canton. My granddaughter has got 3 kids and she doesn't want to work full time. I'm selling the company. Wow, what a beautiful shock. I was never dreaming of having my own company, which finally came through in December 10.
Right. Oh gosh. So you've taken the helm of Claude Meylan.
Yes.
Okay. But the
I bought back the company, so the company is mine.
Brilliant.
And that's quite an essential point because
Yeah.
it's my joy of every day to be able to be alone, not reporting to neither a bank or what's a sort of third party,
Yeah.
which allows us to be flexible, quick, and reactive.
Yeah. But what has really interested me is your 40 years of experience. Is that all in the watch industry?
Mainly, yes.
Wow. So you are putting 40 years of experience into this brand, and I can see this very. I mean, this is one of. I mean, look at that. It's very striking. But I suppose I'm trying not to ask a question that's obvious. So, what's the vision for Claude Meylan? I mean, new watches, or what would be your narrative of design? What explains your design style?
Yeah, before talking about design, we have to position ourselves. You know, in the world of watches, being independent is beautiful. Being independent with little money is beautiful and challenging.
Yes, challenging, yeah.
And knowing all that,
Yeah.
and with experience, I really decided to concentrate Claude Meylan in one large territory, but one territory.
Yeah.
So that's why we registered the sentence "Sculptor of Time."
Cutter.
Sculpteur du temps is our motto,
Okay.
which allows us to really demonstrate our savoir-faire.
Yeah.
We are watchmakers, and we are watchmakers specialized in skeleton. It's a specialty called Master of Skeleton.
Yeah.
And expressing those savoir-faire are based on existing movements.
Yeah.
Because we are not a manufacturer, we buy movements.
Yeah.
We dismantle, decorate, cut out, and reassemble the movement, but as well as giving a new interpretation of those movements. So, for example, the one that you see on my wrist is originally round,
Yeah.
but to fit the case in the tortue shape, we had to redesign the base plate and the bridges. But also we took advantage of the redesign to reposition the balance wheel at 12 o'clock because it's more appealing.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the design really came from my many trips to the various suppliers in the Jura, where you can see in the farms on the witch hills a very pretty painting, which evokes the first flag of Switzerland. And that's exactly that shape of the first flag, the reunification of the canton, that gave birth to this aesthetic of a skeleton.
Right. It's very striking. I'm going to turn the camera around to get. Oh yeah, that looks. It's very interesting.
But made a bezel and glass of one piece of sapphire,
Yes.
which invites you to even more plunge into the movement.
I suppose the sapphire crystal being the bezel as well,
Yes.
it is adding to visual interest and I suppose feeling. And I love the splash of colour,
Red and white, we are Swiss.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that is super.
The success of Tortue
Yes.
led to the development of a Tortue for ladies, or
Yeah.
mainly for ladies.
Yes.
Very importantly, usually ladies' watches are a poor declination of a gents' watch, which we didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we listened carefully to our customers,
Yeah.
and they came back with 3 key elements.
Oh right.
First of all, the ladies said, "Stop telling us that we don't like automatic. We want automatic." Second point
Yeah.
was, we want something to happen in the watch.
Oh.
Third point is, we love curves. So we've developed a specific movement coming from a round movement. We had the idea of moving up the rotor to mirror the dial.
Yeah.
Open a very beautiful yin and yang curve from 4 o'clock to 11 to reveal the balance wheel.
Yeah.
And that's the curves.
Yeah.
And the rotor, if you move the watch, becomes
Yes.
the animation
Yes.
in the watch.
As you're talking.
And
yeah.
and if you turn it around, we've designed the bridges to look like a tulip.
Yes. Oh, that's very nice. This I did find very striking because I can imagine someone wanting a smaller watch or female. This would appeal, and of course you've got the winding mass. That's very nice.
Of course, it comes in
Yeah.
various execution,
Yeah.
and the fact that we've reworked the mass is
Yeah.
that we also can decorate, set it, and do many other declinations.
Yeah. No, that's lovely. I actually I like this. The visual interest, the depth of the movement. That's very nice. That is super. Yeah, I'll hand that back to you. That's very nice. And
While we are talking about difference,
Yeah.
and we talked about some experience, the good point about being old or not young anymore
Yeah.
is that every time I start something, if it evokes me something that I knew or saw or is too close to us, I would not do it.
Yeah.
So another example of the creativity at Claude Meylan is fenêtre sur temps, windows on time.
yeah.
As you can see, the dial is pierced in 3 set, 2 round
Yeah.
and 1 arrow.
Yeah.
In fact, the dial has become the hour hand, and every time the time moves, it reveals the entire of the movement, which of course, as in Claude Meylan's specialty, is fully skeleton and fully decorated.
Wow. I don't think I've seen that before.
No, and you will always discover things at Claude Meylan that you never saw.
This is watchmaking, and I always it's mechanical art. The moving components and seeing the balance spring. That is delightful. You are looking at mechanical artwork. That is very nice. That is super. Okay, and we have
And we have what we call a millésime.
Yeah.
A millésime is a watch that we present every year with different theme.
Yeah.
And no surprise, this year with the dragon year,
That's right.
we have
Yeah.
created a dragon. But yet again, you've seen so many dragons. Ours is with a little touch of a smile and a little touch of a humoristic. However, it is represented in a beautiful 3D effect with various dials.
Yeah.
And very beautiful also from the back, where you have also the echo
yes.
of the dragon.
Oh, I like the smiling dragon. Yeah, that is super. That's very nice.
And to conclude the presentation and therefore our difference,
Yeah.
with a very successful ladies collection that we call Lion. Lion is the name of the river that runs from the mountain in front of our workshop to the lake.
Yeah.
Lion is a round watch with 35 millimeter diameter.
Yeah.
And to avoid doing what everybody does with a metal bracelet with links and screws, we've imported the talent of jewelry into our collection, so that we have a beautiful execution of the bracelet which mirrors the inspiration of the case, replicated on the bracelet itself to make it extremely supple and extremely jewelry.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah. Oh, this, I imagine this will appeal to some people for sure. Actually, the bracelet feels great. I don't think I've held a bracelet like this before. It feels different in
because again, it's new. It's a mix of jewelry and watches.
And I can understand, well, because of the different variants you've got here, this blue one.
This is an insert of turquoise.
Yeah. This is novel. I can see this being appealing to some people because it is different.
And mother of pearl with vermeil.
Yeah, very nice. I think in the morning you would select this watch and then the outfit to follow. This is definitely a clothing outfit leader. Yeah, this is very nice. I do like this one.
Yeah, this one is has a very strong feel of the 70s too.
Yeah.
In the days of Courrèges or Cardin or Paco Rabanne.
Yeah, I know, that is very interesting. That is very interesting. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.